Welcome to another episode of Five. Fortitude, Innovative, Value, and Excellence, where we are amplifying women's voices in the community. And I am so excited to have this beautiful, wonderful, energetic guest, Miss Chrystal Grimes. Yay! I'm so excited you decided to join me. And Chrystal is the creator of Zora and Mommy. She's a recent graduate of Claflin University, a mom, and an educator. Chrystal, tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Well, thank you for that beautiful introduction, Ashley. First of all, I have to say thank you so much for the opportunity. I think this is absolutely dope what you're doing. Come on and amplify these women's voices. I love it. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of it. And you are absolutely amazing. I can't wait for it to take off. And it will. It shall. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, well, enough of that. As you said, my name is Chrystal Grimes. I am a mom of 3 amazing children, 2 teenage boys and 1 toddler daughter. I am also the creator, like Miss Ashley said, of ZoraandMommy.com, or Early Learning with Zora and Mommy, where I create early learning resources for preschool age children. I recently, as in last weekend, graduated from Claflin University, CU, with my Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. So I wear many hats, but I'm just Chrystal tonight.
Yes, thank you so much, Chrystal. I'm so excited to have you. So, Chrystal, you just graduated from Claflin University, and so you know the importance of education.
Absolutely.
And we know that recent statistics have shown that African-American women are graduating at a higher rate and getting postgraduate degrees and getting doctoral degrees. Why is education so important in our community, especially among African-American women?
Well, I want to always, first of all, give a shout out to African-American women, period. Women, but African-American women, period. We are known for pulling ourselves up by the bootstrap and getting it going because we have things to do. So I think that's one of the biggest things that plays into this is that we know there are other things that need to be done. So we get it done. That's just how we are. But as far as the importance of education, I believe in being forever learning. Being a forever learner. In order for you to get to where you're going, you have to know where you've been. You have to, you can't just stop, can't become complacent. You have to always be open to knowledge and wisdom and education. My mom has always taught me that people can take away many things, but they can't take away your knowledge. They can't take away what you've learned. And so in order for us to be the change we want to see, to affect change or to create and do the things that we want to do, we have to have the education behind it. I know that there are a lot of people who make it without, going the college or university route. However, they are still learning and open to learning and being open to learning. And if you remember nothing else, you have to remember that every other profession starts where? With a teacher. This is how they got there. How did they learn to be firefighters, doctors, lawyers, judges? The people who are creating these laws and these businesses that are affecting your lives, they started with the teacher. So, education is very, very important. Always be willing to learn.
Lifelong learner. Yes.
Lifelong learner.
Always be willing to learn, be open to learning. So very good. Thank you so much, Chrystal. So you are a creator, you're a mom, you're an educator, you are a college graduate. You have always been someone that's always been building and grinding and continuing to evolve, not only as a mom and in your career, but as a person. And so I've always thought that you have embodied Black girl magic. I love you. I love your personality. I love the energy that you always give when you're around. You have such an infectious, positive energy that you have no choice but to be happy around. So I always thought you've embodied Black girl magic. What is your Black girl magic?
Well, I will say this. I believe my Black girl magic comes from the fact that there's only one me. That's not being braggadocious. I'm not being boastful at all. It's just simply put, it's only one me. Like when we talk about creating, this pandemic has brought out a lot of people's creative sides. You have seen so many new businesses pop up, so many new things happening. And a lot of them look fairly the same. However, just because somebody else is doing it doesn't mean that there's not a lane or a space for you. Because even though people are doing what I'm doing, nobody is doing it the way that I'm doing it. There is a space for me. And so my Black magic comes from that. It's the fact that it's only one me. Nobody else can be Chrystal Natasha Grimes. You know, thank the Lord for my mama and my daddy and the Lord. But I also think my Black girl magic comes from the fact that I'm not afraid to share it. You know, there are a lot of times where people get to a certain place in life where they feel like they want to keep all of their knowledge and success to themselves. I'm not that person. I want to make sure that the next person comes along, has these nuggets of wisdom so that they can be just as successful, if not more successful than I am. You know, let's keep moving. Let's pull each other up. We don't have to be crabs in a barrel. There's enough for everybody. My personality is big enough to share. And so that's my Black girl magic.
My personality is big enough to share. Can you say that one more time, Chrystal?
My personality is big enough to share. It's enough to go around.
That's a quote. That's a quote. I need to put that on the shirt.
We'll put it on the t-shirt.
I love that. I love that. My personality is big enough to share. That is awesome. I absolutely agree with everything you said. So, Chrystal, with you raising this beautiful family and your beautiful kids, Zora can come stay with me, but with you raising this beautiful family and you growing and building your brand and your business, what are some of the lessons that you will teach your children? What are some of the life lessons that you will pass down to your kids? I know they're going to be a lot, right? But what are like the three, give me the three most important life lessons that you would pass down to your children?
I would definitely pass on follow through. Complete. Just make sure you complete the task. Follow through. If you start it, finish it. No matter how long it takes you, get it done. Always, it is so important to follow through. I would also pass along, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. You know, we have jobs and we have careers and all of this great stuff. But if you're unhappy, it is just another place to go to make a check. But if you're doing what you love, then it never feels like work. And never, if you're walking in your calling and your purpose, doesn't feel like work. And I would definitely pass along, remember to grant grace. Always remember to grant grace. This pandemic has showed us a lot, has definitely exposed a lot of things about others that we've learned, a lot of things about ourselves that we didn't know was even there. And so we have to remember that things happen, mistakes happen. If 2020 didn't teach you anything else, if the blueprint doesn't match up to where you are, doesn't look like where you are, it doesn't mean that everything falls apart or breaks loose. It just means that maybe there's an alternate way to do it. And you have to remember that you have to allow people to just be and allow things to just happen. Sometimes it just happens. We don't have to write everybody off. I know we're in a cancel culture. Like, we are in the cancel culture. You don't have to write everybody off. You know, sometimes it's easier, and it's not just sometimes it's easier for us to grant grace to others and forget about ourselves. So we have to remember to grant that same grace for ourselves. We are our own worst critics, and we are very hard on ourselves, especially when we set a goal. There's something we're trying to achieve and it doesn't happen when we want it to happen. Oh, it's the end of the world. No, it's not the end of the world. It's okay. Life happens. You have to be able to realize that and accept the fact that even if it doesn't happen in your time, it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. Maybe it's not supposed to happen in your timing. Right. Maybe there were some things that you were supposed to get along the way that we need you to get before you get to that step, so that when you get there, you're not just a blessing to yourself, but you're a blessing to everybody else around you.
That is
great, Grace.
Beautiful. Yes.
Thank you.
So, where do you see Chrystal Grimes in 5 years?
Girl, all over the place. I got big points, Ashley. I got big points. Zora, listen, Zora and Mommy, and early learning with Zora and Mommy, Mom's 22 and 6, which is another business that I'm a part of. There's so many things that we want to do. And right now, early learning with Zora and Mommy focuses on the preschool child. But I am going to venture out. I want to create resources for the parents as well. I want to help parents become their child's first teacher and know what that looks like and know what that means, and know that they don't have to pay $1 million, that your time and your presence means a lot more than anything else. And so I see myself doing conferences and seminars because I really and truly have a passion for people in general, but I definitely have a soft spot for parents, not just moms, because there's single dads out there, there are married couples, there are grandparents who are raising children. So in whatever way in which you are affecting a child's life, I want to be a part of that. I want to help people do that, along the journey with them. I'm not one of the people who just talk about doing something. I actually want to see it come to fruition. And my blessings come from other people being blessed. So
absolutely,
that's where I am.
This is Chrystal Grimes, like connecting with parents, educator. This is you. And so I just can't wait to see how you continue to shine and grow. And thank you so much for being a guest on 5. And we look forward to seeing what you do in the future, Miss Chrystal Grimes.
Same to you, Miss Ashley Gatson.
So you guys stay tuned for more content and more guests, and you can follow me on YouTube at Always Ashley G, or join my group on Facebook at SC Development Trainings. And we hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.